Flee, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the
Yeah,
calamity of...
these lands, Timan, Dedan, Bosra, those are ancient lands back in the east where Esau used to dwell. Now we know that the Most High is not talking about them ancient lands. He's talking about the lands now. So Bosra, Timan, Temanites are talking about the Edomites, mainly the Germans, because they were the brains of the Edomites. Go ahead.
It says, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him.
Yeah, so the Most High is getting ready to visit you Edomites. And you are the red Hebrew Edomites.
Con,
You are the Edomites. You're not white people, you know?
you're not an
You're
off-white.
not European. You're not an off-white. You're not a beige. You're red. You're different. Really, actually, you're pale, and the red blood shows through your skin. That's why you look red. All right?
Yeah, that goes back to the curse the Lord put on Canaan.
Yep.
Cain.
Yep.
All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to say Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom. All right, so I'm back at you with another quick lesson through the Spirit, and I wanted to land back off this topic that the apostles was going into, dealing with the curse of Cain. All right, because you so-called white people, all right, you are the direct descendants of Cain, man. All right, that cursed seed, man. All right, which is Esau today. All right, because you so-called white people, you're not white, you're not European. Okay, you are the red Hebrew Edomites according to the scriptures, man. All right, so I'm gonna get straight in the scriptures, man. Lord willing, this lesson be edifying, man. And I'm gonna touch on this topic here with Moses and Miriam too, but I want to get this in Genesis chapter 4. Okay. Dealing with Cain slaying his brother Abel, all right. But I want to get straight to the point about Cain being the cursed seed, man. You know, being cursed with what you call leprosy according to the scriptures, man. Because Esau he calls it albinism, okay, but it's really leprosy, man. Okay, and this is the plague, the curse that Yahweh Shem Shai put upon Cain, all right, which was put upon Esau, which is the so-called white race today, all right? But I'm going to get into it straight to the point. This is Genesis chapter 4, verse 11, and it reads, "And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand," okay? So off the bat, we understand that Cain was cursed, all right? Verse 12, "When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength," okay? And that's why the world, okay, the planet Earth is not in its full strength, man, because it's being ruled over by the wicked, man. All right, that cursed seed going back to Cain, man. Okay, it says a fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. Okay, because Cain is a wanderer, man. Okay, going back to these so-called white people not truly having a homeland, man. Okay, they're vagabonds, they're wanderers, man. Okay, they don't have a dwelling place, man. Okay, verse 13, "And Cain said unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me." Okay, and that's what's happening right now. Okay, because the Edomite, all right, which is the descendant of Cain, man, is being identified today, man, as the wicked, man. All right, and we're seeing everybody coming against this devil, man. You know, verse 15, straight to the point. All right, Genesis 4 and 15. "And the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai saith unto him, Therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him." Okay. So let's go into this word mark here. All right. Because remember, Cain was cursed, man. You know, just like the apostles was bringing out. All this goes back to the curse of Cain. All right. So this word mark here in that verse, all right, is a wath. A wath. Okay. It says signal, sign, a distinguishing mark, okay, banner remembrance, miraculous sign, omen, okay, which that mark was Esau. Which was Cain being stripped of his pigmentation, man, his melanin, okay. That's the distinguishing mark, man. That's the miraculous sign, the omen, man, okay, which was passed to the seed of Esau today, man, okay. Because the scriptures say that Esau was born what? Red and hairy, man. Okay. Red meaning that he didn't have any melanin in his skin, man. Okay. You can see the blood flowing through his skin, man. Okay. That's part of that curse, man. All right. Let me grab this scripture too. Okay. Because you Edomites are the cursed seed, man. Going back to Cain. All right. Proverbs 3:33. You know, just wanted to use these pictures like I do, you know, for visuals to edify, man, you know, because it's clear, man. All right. Proverbs 3:33, and it reads, the curse of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is in the house of the wicked. Okay. And that's dealing with you so-called white people, man. You are the wicked according to the scriptures, man. All right. You are that cursed seed according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It says the curse of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is in the house of the wicked, but he blessed the habitation of the just. All right. Let me grab another quick one. Get straight to the point. Just dealing with that cursed seed. All right. Isaiah 34:5. Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. All right. Dealing with these ICBM nuclear missiles. It says, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is the Greek word for Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay. You are you so-called white people are the people of the Lord's curse, man. You see, you are the cursed seed. All right. Reading on, dealing with this term albino or albinism. Okay, I have it here in the Wikipedia. Okay, like I said, which is leprosy according to the scriptures. All right, but it says here etymology, borrowed from Portuguese albino, from Spanish albino. It says ultimately from Latin albus, which means white. It says congenitally. Okay, what does that mean? Congenitally. It says of trait or a disease present since birth. That's heavy. Okay. Whew. It says lacking melanin pigmentation in the skin, eyes, and hair or feathers, or more rarely in the eyes, born with albinism, man. Okay, and this is the curse that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai put on you Edomites, man. All right, through the seed of Cain, man. Okay, you Edomites, all right, you suffer from leprosy, man. The Lord cursed you, okay, with leprosy, man. Okay, the lack of melanin in your skin, man. All right, because here in the scriptures dealing with Exodus chapter 4 verses 6 and 7, okay, we understand that Moses was a so-called black man, man. He had melanin in his skin, man. He was a dark-skinned man. Okay, but dealing with this example here, all right, Exodus chapter 4, verses 6 and 7, and the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand in thy bosom. And he put his hand in his bosom, into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. Okay, so the Lord had took away his pigmentation. It said, and reading on, it says, and he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand in his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. All right. So the Lord, when he put his hand back into his bosom, the Lord put his put the color back upon his flesh, man. Okay. So this was a miraculous event that took place here, man. But the point, man, is just showing you, okay, is that you so-called white people, you Edomites, okay, you're part of that curse, man. That curse of Cain, man. All right. Another quick example, just dealing with Miriam, okay, because Miriam and Aaron were coming against Moses, all right, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushua plagued Miriam with leprosy, all right, getting straight to the point. Numbers 12 and 9, the anger of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua was kindled against them, and he departed, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. Verse 11. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us. Okay. Because the so-called white man, all right, Esau, he's the man of sin. Okay. It says, lay not the sin upon us wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Verse 12, it says, let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. You see? And that's exactly what happened to Esau, man. Okay? The scriptures talk about how Esau was born red and hairy, man. Okay? Esau was born without any pigmentation. Okay? Reading again, it says, Numbers 12:12, let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb, man. Okay? So, because back then in the earth, man, people had pigmentation. Okay? For somebody to be born with leprosy was a frightening thing, man. Okay? Was a curse was a cursed thing, man. Okay? Which is the point I'm trying to make in this lesson, man, that you Edomites, all right, through the seed of Cain, you are that cursed seed, man. All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai cursed you devils with leprosy, man. You know? And that's why, you know, you have all these skin conditions, all right? You have all these issues going within your body, okay? Dealing with genetics and all these different recessive traits, okay? But that goes back to the curse, man. You are the cursed seed, man. You know? But like I said, I just wanted to bring out those examples. Hopefully this lesson was edifying, man. Okay? I want to say, call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring. Hey, Shalom.